SMCI, Super Micro Computer Incorporated, down 12.4% after market hours after it was up about 18%. I think it was 17 to 18% that it peaked when it actually reported earnings. How many times do we have to say this? When you look at the actual financials of SMCI, it is an absolutely worthless company. You could see from, again, the overall highs that it made to its current lows. That's going to be the very pretty picture. From $700 to a trade price of $541, it has lost 25% in just 1 to 2 hours. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it because it literally just proves that SMCI is what exactly we were saying. I want to hear it from everyone that believed in SMCI when it went from lows of $250 all the way up to highs of nearly $1,300. And I was making numerous videos of just warning people, hey, anytime that something pushes up very quickly, very fast, I just like to make beginners aware to not get too excited. These tend to be short-lived positive catalysts. Just like we saw during the pandemic, there were specific companies that were publicly traded that did exceptionally well during those conditions. They peak because conditions peak, hype peaks. And guess what? Just as quick as they ran up, then they start selling off, and then everyone starts saying, well, I don't know what happened. Well, I don't get it. Why is it pulling back now? Well, again, why weren't you asking that question when it nearly 4x, 5x in price in a very short period of time? This makes complete sense. If you look at the actual earnings that they reported, feel free to check it out. Earnings per share, absolutely horrendous. It completely missed its earnings per share. It was a forecast of $8.10 per share. It reported $6.25 per share. Revenue came in as expected. Supposedly, it had good guidance of what's to come. And then it also had the audacity to announce a stock split. With that being said, when you look at the actual financials, you can see that over the years, it goes from $2.1 billion to $5.3 billion, and they have made a mere $125 million before taxes, from $225 million to $350 million. The problem is that, again, all of this momentum that's going into AI, we've heard it just based off of recent earnings, that AI is taking longer to develop. They're still investing heavy into it, but it's taking longer to develop. This is why markets have recently pulled on back. So what do you think is going to happen? The hype is going to fade. The AI, yes, it's very important. I do believe that it is the technology of the future. With that being said, these companies have invested and poured billions and billions of dollars into it. It will eventually slow down because the hype will fade. And with this, with all the hype that is currently getting factored in, this is what it's producing. This is why SMCI will most likely fail. And I'm not surprised. I'm not sad about it. I love to see this thing sell off because it's coming back to its true value. No one should be freaking out about any of this. Just as quickly as it ran up, now it's pulling on back, and just as much money as you made on the way on the way up, you could have made on the way down if you were actively shorting this overvalued, hyped up AI BS company. And the really funny thing about this is, as soon as SMCI reported earnings and it shot up, nvidia also started running up. But then when SMCI started selling off, nvidia did not want to sell off with it. So it's really funny to see that one-sided price action when it comes down to the influence that these companies have on one another. They want to accept all of the good, but they don't want to tolerate any of the bad. And I think we will be seeing more things like this, where these overvaluations within a short period of time will end up correcting themselves. And it doesn't have to happen right away. Like, I do believe that SMCI can correct itself a little bit and come back to the $600 price range, whatever the case might be. But the truth will come out. This is a worthless company. It should not be trading at a $36 billion market cap by any means. It will correct itself once hype fades. And that just means that it needs time. So very excited to follow up. Just wanted to make sure that I kept you guys up to date. If you ever have any questions, just a reminder, I trade live every single morning. I even announced one of my trades this morning, shorting nvidia. And very happy that it ended up paying off. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I posted an update. Feel free to check it out. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow's live trading session. That's the second link in the description down below. So whenever it is that you are ready to watch me trade live, if you learn best by watching other people do it, I do it every single morning right at market open. So I hope to see you there. Second link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.